Tell me how to create the Maven project. File.
Right click.
File. New. Other. So I have to select Maven project. Next. So I need to click on next.
Next.
So here
org.apache.maven.
Apache.maven.
Select quick start 1.4.
Quick start 1.4. And I have to do project name. Okay, today's date is March 16. So let me create the same artifact ID and I'm clicking on finish. So this is the process had been, okay, it's creating, see here the process going on. So after the structure, it came automatically. Okay. So what is the first step I need to do?
Check the form.
So let's go to an existing project, Maven dependencies, form.xml. Let me copy all these dependencies. So these are the dependencies. Just for your quick information purpose, I'm keeping here as well. So these are the dependencies, March. Right. So these are the dependencies I'm copying and I'm pasting here. So I'm replacing dependencies here. Yes, everyone please go on mute. Okay. So all the dependencies I'm clicking on save. So what will happen after saving form.xml? All the supporting jar files, it will be available under Maven dependencies. Okay, let's check. So it came automatically, everything. So all the Maven dependencies, it came automatically. So the next point is, so JUnit 5, it's already there. We don't need to do anything. And JRE system library, oh sorry, this is Maven 15, right? Okay. So now, are we able to see JUnit here? So now what I need to do? On the project, I need to do right click. What I need to do? Build path. Configure build path. Library. Under libraries tab, click on add library. Select JUnit. Next. Select JUnit 5. Finish. Apply and apply. So JUnit 5 is skip. Okay. So next, what is the last step? We have to change it to JRE version 1.7 to 1.8. Finish, apply, apply. Done. Okay. What is the next step we need to do under SRC test Java? I'm deleting this default package. So what are the packages I have to create? Runner package and step definitions package. Okay, let me create runner package. Runner package and step definitions package. It's not like that I have to give same name. You can give whatever you. So under runner package, I have to copy and paste runner class files. So let's go to the March 15 project. Under SRC test Java, runner package contains these two Java class files. And I'm taking copy under runner class file, I'm pasting. So it has been pasted. So in step definitions.java class file, I have to create Java class file. Tell me how to create Java class file. Right click, new class. Okay, let's create class name as steps implementation. And I'm clicking on finish. So steps implementation dot Java class file had been created. Okay, right. So up to here, the creation of project is complete. So now,
Sir, resource
okay,
file.
and I have to create a main component SRC test resource. Okay, let me create SRC test resources. Project build path, configure build path, source tab. So right now we are able to see these two only, SRC main Java, SRC test Java. So I need to click on add folder, create new folder, SRC test resources, and I'm clicking on finish. Click on OK. Apply. So SRC test resources. So this is the component created. So under SRC test resources, what is the folder I have to create? Features. Okay, let's create a features folder. So go to here, new, other. So how to create the folder? Under general section, click on next. So the folder name I can give whatever I want. So I'm creating a features folder, features. Click on finish. So a features folder had been created. So under this feature file, I want to create sample.feature file. Sample.feature file. So how to create, just tell me. Right click, new,
Other
file,
general
file, and sample.feature. So let's click on finish. So the feature file content automatically it's created. Now I'm deleting control here and I'm deleting. Okay, let's go to the feature file. Yesterday we had created in Maven 15 SRC test resources. Not this one. Control C and I'm pasting. Okay, right. The last point, I have to copy Cucumber properties and JUnit platform properties file also. So I'm taking copy. Okay, and I have to paste under SRC test resources. Okay, so let me paste these things. So now all my project setup is completed. Okay. Now the first feature file is this one, sample.feature file. So under SRC test Java, this is a class, but this class doesn't contain any methods. Okay. So for this feature file, we have to generate methods. For every step, I want to generate methods. So what I need to do now? Can anybody tell me? So I need
runner package we have to execute.
I have to execute runner class file. So select Cucumber runner test.java class file and verify SRC test resources features folder. So what is the folder name I had given? F capital. Okay, let me give capital and glue. Glue means step definitions. So what is my package name? Step definitions. What? Oh, after features. Okay. After features, I have to give sample.feature. So the required changes completed in Cucumber runner test.java class file. Now I need to run my runner class file. Okay, let's run this runner class file. Cucumber runner test. So right click, run as test engine test. Okay, right. So the methods has been generated automatically. So user launch Chrome browser. So for every step corresponding method was generated. Let's copy all these methods. Up to close browser, I'm copying all the methods. Copy. I'm coming back to here, pasting. Okay, and I'm saying. So now what I need to do? We have to import given, when, and then statements. Okay, after every curling bracket, let's enter, press enter, because it's clear, it will be clear for me. Every every method, it contains starting curling bracket and ending curling bracket. Okay, so let's give some space for every method after ending of early curly. Okay, so now I have to import given, when, and then. So just keep the mouse over here. So import given has imported, import when has been imported, import then it has been imported. So the supporting libraries has been imported, and whatever code was generated, I'm deleting that part. All right. So here what we are doing, system dot out dot println. So user launch Chrome browser. So just I'm printing. So whatever state, so whenever this method will execute, corresponding line statement will be printed. So here string. So here the local variable name I can rename it. Okay. So I can rename it to test URL. Okay, what is this line meaning? It means user open URL. So this value, it will come to here. So this value, it is coming here, and that value, it is coming to here, local variable. So if you want to check user open URL, so if you want to check users opens URL, so within the double quotation, you can write whatever you want. And if you want to print that value, you can write plus test URL. Okay, so the string value contains from the feature file, this is the input value, it is coming here, and that value, it will come to local variable, and that value, it will be printed. Okay, similarly, so here also string username, I'm changing string password. So within the double quotation, I'm writing username. Username value, I want to print it, and password value also I want to print. So because from the feature file, this username and password value, it is coming to here. And this value, it is coming to here, and this value, it is coming to here into local variables, and we are printing those values. We will execute the program and we will verify whether those values are coming or not. Next one. So there is no variables here. So go to skill space. So it is going back to skill space, and here skill name and skill description. Add skills with skill name as. So this is skill name and this is skill description. So these values are coming automatically here, local variables. So I'm renaming to skill name and renaming to skill description. Okay, so let's print these values, skill name, skill description value. I want to print it. And finally, user clicks on logout. Okay. Click on well. User clicks on welcome logout. So within the double quotation, I can write whatever I want. And finally, what I'm doing, I'm closing the browser. So whatever statements I have written in the corresponding step implementation, those values it has to print once I execute my runner class file. Okay, let's close this feature file. So all the steps has been implemented. So let's close this one. So now I'm going back to my Cucumber runner test class, run as test-ng test. Right. Let's verify the output. User launch Chrome browser. It has been printed. User open URL. So user open URL. So that value is printed in console. And username admin and admin 123. And go to skill space and skill name and skill description. And click on welcome logout and close browser. Means corresponding step implementations are executing. Okay. Corresponding step implementations was executed, and from the feature file I am able to retrieve my test URL and I am able to get my username and password here and everything else. Okay, so this is what we understood. Now let's implement set of Chrome driver commands. Okay. To write set of driver commands, what I need to do in the declaration part? We have to declare web
driver.
Okay, let's declare web driver.
Web driver dot driver.
Web driver driver.
Output.
After that, we have to import. Okay, so right now user launch Chrome browser. We have already written these programs. Okay, go to Orange HRM 11. Orange HRM 11. SRC test Java. What is the package names we have practiced? Okay, A1 underscore. Okay, let's go to add skills program here. So to launch my Chrome browser, okay, so these are the lines of code. Control C. So to launch Chrome browser, I'm writing these commands. So I don't want to print this message. So this is what, and implicit wait. So this line also I'm keeping. So to launch my Chrome browsers, these are the 4 lines we are using. And next, to open URL. So to open the URL, what is the line I have to take? This one, driver.get. So in appropriate method, I'm pasting and I have to replace this test URL. So parameterization means we have to replace the values. Got to the point? So driver.get, so this is the application URL, it's invoked because this value it's printed previous. And after that, here username and password values are coming, and I have to write driver.find element by send keys. So those lines of code. Okay. Let me copy these 3 lines. Control C. So here I need to replace these local variables by removing the values. Done. Okay. All right. Next one is go to skill space. So skill space navigation, admin qualification skills. These 3 lines, admin qualification skills. So these 3 lines are related to skill space navigation. Okay, right. And we need to click on add skills button. Okay. So I'm copying and keeping comments. So add skills button. Next 4 lines of code I have to copy it. So I need to click on add button, skill name, skill description. So I'm copying all these lines and I have to replace my local variable skill name. So wherever send keys are there, that local variables I am renaming. So thread.sleep, just keep the mouse over, add throws declaration. So automatically after the method name throws interrupted exception got added. So set of driver commands completed. Next, welcome logout. Click on logout. So if I will want to go back to welcome logout. So welcome means, so here, where is that? So you need to click on welcome button and logout. Okay, let me go to the existing frame set of commands. So I have to click on welcome, and after that I need to click on logout. So these are the set of commands. Okay, and finally I have to close my browser. To close the browser, you need to write driver.close. So that browser will be closed automatically. Whatever session it has been created, that Chrome browser will be closed. So before closing, just I want to write some time. I want to verify values 3.sleep.7 seconds. So I'm writing through thread.sleep. The execution will be paused for 7 milliseconds. I'm saying. Okay, let's run the. So all my set of driver commands are ready in every method. So launching of browser, open URL, enter username, password, navigation commands, click on add button, skill name, skill description, and saving, and welcome and logout, and close button. Okay, right. So we'll do one thing, one more last point. If you go to Orange HRM 11, in add skills, we know the method name to highlight the web element border. Where is that method name? Okay. What is that method name? This one. This method name. I'm also taking this method name also to highlight the web element borders. So let's come back to here. And after this method, I'm pasting this method name. Okay. And wherever I have written driver.find element, I am writing find element only. So it is asking add throws declaration, throws exception got added. And wherever I am writing, so to highlight web element border, I am writing. We have already discussed about this. So keep the mouse over here. Add throws declaration. So after method name throws exception got added. So that it's easy to understand which line is executing in background. So throws declaration, throws exception got added after method name. And here also. And I'm saving. Not throws declaration, throws exception got added. Saving. So that's it. So those are the driver.find element commands. So now let's go and run our program, Cucumber runner test class file. Okay, Cucumber runner test class file. Where is that? Cucumber runner test under March 16 project folder. So I'm closing everything. So just I'm opening step definition implementation. And this is the runner class file we need to run. Okay. So this runner class file, which feature file we are executing? Sample.feature file. So the sample.feature file is going to execute. Okay. This feature file methods implementation available under this package. Okay, that is the meaning. So let's run this one. Run as test engine test. So Chrome browser is launched. Application URL, username, password, login button clicked. Admin button, qualification, skills, add button, skill name and skill description entered. So it has to click on save button. It's clicked. Welcome and logout. It's clicked. And finally, it has to close browser. After 7 seconds, it has been closed. What is the point? So now let's create one more test data. So what is the test data? It has been created in sample.feature file. Java 52 and 52 values had been created. If I want to create new record, I no need to change my program at all. Just I can change my input values here itself. Java 53. So these values, it will go to automatically here. Add skills, Java 53 add values, and these values will be entered. Okay, let's run this program now again. Cucumber runner test. Run as. So Java 53 record had been created. Okay, so we no need to change any code in the programming level. Just we are changing input values in the feature file itself, so that our steps are executing with the required set of input values. So everyone is clear up to here. Okay, right. Now let's implement one more feature file. We'll try to automate one more feature file. Tell me how to create the feature file. I want to create a feature file. Right click, new,
Others.
General folder.
file.
File.
So I can create a feature file name as sample1. I want to create sample1.feature file. And I'm clicking on finish. So I'm deleting all the content. So let's go back to the sample.feature file. So these are the steps, right? So I'm taking copy, Control A, Control C, Control V. So which steps I need to modify? Just tell me, I can modify. So I want to do nationality record. I want to create nationality record. Okay, you can tell me, do I need to modify any of the steps, background steps? Not required. So here scenario objective is add nationality. First I'm changing here.
Add nationality.
And creating nationality record I am writing. So users can understand. So login step
Go
is
to nationality.
so we no need to modify anything. And go to nationality page.
Nationality.
And add nationality record.
Add nationality.
Add nationality as Indian 143. So nationality record. And click on logout and click on close browser. So that means what are the steps I have additionally added? These two steps only, right? Remaining all steps, the methods already generated. So because user launch Chrome browser, users open URL, these methods already generated previously. So I know, so the system, it won't generate again those methods. Whichever newly created steps, for those steps only, the methods will be generated. Okay, let's run this program. So Cucumber runner test, right click. Oh, 1 second. So what is the feature file I am going to execute now? What is the feature file I want? Sample1.feature file. So let's go to Cucumber runner test. Tell me where the changes I want to do. Under feature folder, which feature file? So just specify that, and package name sample1 features are available, steps are available in this package. That is correct. So I no need to do any changes. Okay. So
The
now
sample one name is different, sir.
sample1. Oh, SAMPPLE I had to do. Okay. LE1. Okay.
LE.
LE1. Okay. So this is the feature file. I want to generate steps. So let's run. Run as test engine test. So this time only these steps, for these steps only, these two steps, line number 9 and 10 steps was not implemented. Up to that part, my execution will be completed. But whenever unimplemented steps are there, my execution will be failed because there is no methods to execute. So my execution will be failed. See here, steps are not available. Execution is failed because go to nationality page and add nationality. The method names are not available. The system, it has suggested to implement these methods also. Got the point? Okay, let's go to this copy, Control C, and I'm going back to my SRC test Java steps. One second. SRC steps implementation. Let's copy these methods. So go to nationality page and add nationality record. Let me copy this set of driver comments. Okay. So go to nationality page. Go to Orange HRM 11. We have already did this exercise. Where? Chala visible. Okay, hybrid local. Nationality page. Okay, so I'm going back to here, set of driver commands. Okay, not this one. Anybody remembered what is the package name that we had used? ABC 123. Right, national. Login. So this is the part. Okay. So admin nationalities. So these two lines. Control C. Under steps implementation, go to nationality page. So I'm clicking on admin and nationalities. So add throws declaration. So it will click on admin, and after that it will click on nationalities. And next three lines are, I need to click on add button, nationality name and save button. So go to steps implementation, add nationality record. So here I need to change it to nationality text, local variable, because the feature file, this is the value, it is coming into here. So that value, it is coming automatically here. The nationality text value, I'm replacing with the double quotations. And I have to keep mouse over, add throws, declare throws exceptions. So now my all steps are ready. Okay, let's run this program now. So Cucumber runner tests. So I'm running this now. Okay. So what is the feature file it has to create? Indian 143. Let's verify this part. Run as test engine test.